Good morning. Thank you for taking my call.
Sure.
What's driving me to the polls is definitely the economy, Kavanaugh, and immigration.
I'm looking forward to a red riptide tomorrow. I want another 2016 to happen again.
I'm going to be an example to all my gay friends out there that, you know what, you don't have to align with the Democrats. So I will be voting for Corey Storer, Dave Bratt tomorrow, and definitely Trump 2020.
The political noise never quite stops in this city. But today, one day before election night, it's reached fever pitch.
Coming up on Mornings on the Mall, Lindsey Graham said, if you are not excited about voting and you're a Republican, you are legally dead. So if you're going...
This morning, we're with Conservative talk show hosts Mary and Vince.
Democrats don't want to talk about the caravan. They think this is a winning issue for the president, so it's better to ignore it.
Over the past 10 days, words are doing a lot of the heavy lifting for the culture wars the president's waging.
Barack H. Obama.
Maxine Waters, a very low IQ individual.
Patrick Leahy, oh, he's never had a drink in his life.
Pete Wehner worked for both Bush administrations as well as for Ronald Reagan. For the first time in his life, he's voting Democrat and wants his old party to lose.
It's a more nativistic party. I think it's more of a white nationalist party than it was. And I think that their appeals to the darker instincts and impulses that work with the base now in a way that wasn't the case 10 or 15 years ago.
They all say, speak about the economy, speak about the economy. Well, we have the greatest economy in the history of our country. But sometimes it's not as exciting to talk about the economy, right?
So instead of talking about the economy, he's chosen to talk wedge issues, divisive topics guaranteed to energize his base.
The core base of the Republican Party right now responds to Donald Trump unleashed and untethered, and he knows that. So he is making an appeal, and he is using his language and he's using his rhetoric to try and energize the base of the party, and that is not economic. That's cultural, and it's primarily geared toward immigration and fear of the other.
President Trump himself is not on the ticket, but he's acting as if he is. Pretend I'm on the ballot, he told crowds in Mississippi, because this is also a referendum about me. And in a way, he's right. If the Democrats win the House on Tuesday, they could start impeachment proceedings pretty quickly. President Trump is trying to rally his base, get out the vote to, if you like, build a wall to protect him.
Welcome to the Thornton Business Hour.
Pat Thornton is a Liberal talk show host at a radio station which predominantly serves the black communities in D.C.
What is the voter thinking right now, and what do Democrats need to do to counter?
She spent time analysing the president's language.
Do you think he is clever and thoughtful in the language that he uses?
Absolutely. He's not only clever and thoughtful, but he actually strategizes based on language. I bet you that Trump will look up on the internet of what is the most popular words that are used associated with fear.
So when people think that he is haphazard with his language, that he is awkward, that he fumbles a bit, you don't believe that?
No. Something that Dick Gregory said many, many years ago. He said, when there's something really, really big on the front page of the newspaper, look at the back page of the newspaper. What Trump does is he distracts.
Build the wall.
He reads stories.
Then Mr. Trump said, "You're fired." I love that part.
Now he's spawning a new breed of Republicans trying to copy the Trump template.
What you're seeing is a lot of mini-Trumps. I think you're seeing a lot of people who are running like Trump. They're calling on him to appear at their rallies. They're mimicking him, and they're fanning the flames, the same nativist flames that he is.
The question for the Democrats, though, is this one. How do they respond to rhetoric which is often false, inflammatory, but nearly always memorable? Michelle Obama petitioned her side to go high when they go low. It's a lofty ideal. But increasingly, after 2 years of anger and frustration, there are Democrats who'd quite like to play it dirty.
When they go low, we go high.
No. When they go low, we kick them.
Democrats say whenever Trump talks about immigration, he's avoiding healthcare, the #1 issue for the country. Republicans say when Democrats talk about healthcare, they're not talking about immigration, their #1 priority. So over to you, America. Which conversation are you going to have tonight?